Make sure this is up. Timetable. Okay. Was that muted? I think it was muted. Let's do our trainings first, and then I'll run you guys through. Alright, we're gonna run the ACS 64 tutorial and the CSX and the other ones. Actually, should we do a service mode with the hang on. Something is okay. So we'll do a Amtrak timetable, and then after the introduction, of course. Oh, I never remember this part that I was flown in.
This is an ACS 64 electric locomotive, also known as the Amtrak City Sprinter. It's used exclusively in the northeastern United States. Climb aboard to get started.
I don't remember all that dialogue.
The door in front of you.
But we are going to empty this cab. Okay.
To begin powering the locomotive, first press the battery button for at least 5 seconds.
This is an electric locomotive, by the way, so this ain't a diesel locomotive.
Next, head through the door to the right and down the corridor to the pantograph selector panel.
Down here to pantograph selector, and then rear.
Head back to the cab, and when ready, climb into the engineer's seat.
And then we'll go back in here. You'll see this thing going up in a second.
Press the pantograph up button to connect it with the overhead wires.
I don't really know, to be honest. There we go.
Finally, move the main circuit breaker, or MCB, into the closed position. To show that this locomotive is operational, set the headlights to bright and turn the ditch lights on.
Turn these on.
Use the reverser to set the direction of travel.
There we go.
Move the lever to the forward position. To get moving, set the automatic brake to the release position. Pull the red handle all the way towards you.
And put this there.
Use the horn to notify others around that this locomotive is about to start moving. Do this with 2 short blasts. Good work so far. Now, apply power by moving the master controller to at least 40%.
And we're gonna move this up. And we are rolling. This is not in Train Sim World 2 because of probably, I think, some issues with it. But yeah. Should we do a scenario or timetable service with the ACS 64? Or should we do like a timetable or scenario on all the locomotives included?
maintain a constant speed, set the master controller back to idle.
We aren't even at 40. Come on.
To bring the locomotive to a gentle stop, move the automatic brake into the minimum application position. And that's all there is to it. Pretty simple.
Yeah. So should we do like a scenario or timetable with this? Or like, should we do like a scenario on the Amtrak and CSX? Because, CSX runs on this route.
Nice work. Take this basic training and apply it to further operations, and you'll do great.
And that is it with the introduction. Very little. And alright, let's do a CSX scenario. And I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So we're gonna do a scenario with the CSX here. And then we'll do a scenario with the Amtrak. If you've seen any of my San Patch grade scenarios, this is the GP38. It's just in a different paint scheme, but it's basically the same thing. But yeah. Excuse me. Terminal switch. Yeah, see, it's just in line 3B. Or not line 3B. I wish I could enter this truck. Don't do this. Don't do this in real life. That is very dangerous. But yeah, we're gonna climb up here. And we're gonna open this door. And we are gonna sit in the engineer's seat. We're gonna set the reverser, the brakes, and that. and apply some throttle. So many trains in the yard. Set that to bright and make sure all these switches are set. I'm gonna turn down this volume, it's a little loud. If the settings will load. There we go. Then put this down here. Yeah. And that should be good. Yep. Much better. Yeah, see the switch there is not set correctly. But, yeah. Coming out of the yard here. Let me turn these on. I know, but there's a British train that has very thin windows on. I think it was called the Class 20 or something. The windows are so thin on one of the sides, you can't even see where you're going. Let me shut that to off so it ain't too loud. The Clinchfield Railroad trailer's out. Not like it's the coming soon trailer. There's still no release date yet, but we should get it very soon because there's a lot of beta testers in there. There's an Amtrak passing you. Let me turn, you can't turn on baking Tom on this one. Oh well. But yeah, this is basically the exact same cab. There's a few minor tweaks to the train, such as you can't open the doors in this one, I think. Let me turn that up in power. Yeah, you can't even open the doors on this one. We're gonna be going slow for a little bit because I know, right? Like, it's so detailed. Hello. Alright. I wish the Y3B livery would be included in Sand Patch grade. I mean, I think it is on in the old Transom world. When console didn't have Sand Patch grade at the time. Ooh, yeah, I was waiting a little bit. Geez, there's 5 people in there. Hey guys. But so this speedometer is not LED. It's like, I don't know how you explain it, but you could turn it on, banking, common, Sand Patch grade, all that fun stuff. Okay, that is set. Turn on these two. I should turn on the warning devices. The reason why you can't go on the other track is because of this thing. It automatically derail you. Why can I not? Is there an automatic brake button with this one? Don't think I can apply, okay, there we go. Yeah, I can apply dynamics. And I haven't found the cabin lights in the old game, so, yay. Now I know what keyboard it is. Yeah. In my next Transom World 2 video, the S1 Express scenario for the German Habstrecker Rhein-Ruhr, I talk about Clinchfield a little bit, from the preview video. They couldn't stream it because of technical difficulties. Oh, and also you can open these things too. You can open these doors here. Forgot how you open these. Okay. Nothing special, but it's a nice little feature. Probably around like 2 to 3 videos a day. But I do have schoolwork to do, so usually on school days it's 1 to 2 videos. If not, and sometimes no videos, so. But, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. But, we are nearing the, stopping point. I'm gonna apply that. I'm gonna apply a lot of it. In the Diesel Legends of the Great Western stream, it was just, the chat was going insane. Like, it would say 180 comments. when there wasn't even that many comments. But at least it ain't doing that today. So where do we gotta go? Alright, we gotta go all the way back here. So, expect a little walking. And we gotta walk all the way back too. So, yay! This is gonna be a little walk. X. Thought this was a root task. And set the switch. And we will be heading back into the lead locomotive. Yeah, it was honestly kind of weird. But I will be live again on the 25th of March, around 5 p.m. I think, if all is good, because the Rosa line releases on that day. So every Thursday, so basically, stuff only releases for this game on Thursday, like the Train Symbol 2 game, not this game. This game's not being updated anymore. And we're going to make sure all these points are set into the terminal. And we should be good. And we need to set that too. Right. And there's another Amtrak. And the other way. And we are rolling the back. Why am I not pulling forward? No, not forward. Reversed. And we are good. I like this little thing. The flashy lights. These are real things, so they have flashy lights on the back of the trains. Never knew it beeped. So I think we gotta pick up another set of cars and then bring them back to Oak Point Yard. And we should be good. We'll do an ACS 64 scenario, then I think one more after that, and then I think I'll be done with the stream for tonight. We will be going to the Amfleet cab car. Should I do the Amfleet cab car or the Amtrak switcher locomotive? going down to percent grade. The cab car. Alright, we'll go with the Ampli cap card. Not tutorial scenario. The Ampli cab car comes with the Amtrak SW 1000R. So, and the SW 1000R is usually used in Sunnyside Yard, which is I think right here. No. No, that ain't it. Okay, there it is, yeah. It is used in this yard right here. I think the biggest yard on the northeast corridor, used by Amtrak and New Jersey Transit. It's where most of the trains are maintained and stuff. We're in our spot. Hopefully? No. Keep hearing my phone vibrating. What's up? And we are going to switch these to here, and I think we are good to back in. Yeah, you need to apply a lot of power. Yeah, roll back. Just had to do that just to get something to drink. Yeah, I think these are the other cars for us to collect. And these are others. This is basically a big car storing area thing. Yeah. Lynchfield is like, I don't know, it's next level amazingness for the American DLCs. Probably the best American DLC out there now because of how much coal there is to operate and the amount of branch lines there are. But, yep. they did say there's going to be a new horn for the SD40 when it releases, I think. They were using the exact same horns and stuff they used on the Sandpatch grade SD40. Then we're reversing into the siding, and I wish I didn't have to use my controller, but I have to once in a while. And we are good. I'll do this manually. Uncouple these, and then climb back up. And we are going to go in here, release this, and then we'll apply some power. The Rosa line or the Clinchfield? Set that to automatic off. Actually, hang on. The Clinchfield has no date yet, so but I've heard the sounds and stuff. It's there is a new horn. I think they said it's an M5 for the F7. And they said it's a fresh mix of Train Simulator classic sounds from the original F7. Basically, I think they started the Train Simulator franchise in 2012, and then I got the 2013 game, and I still have the disc for it, or not the disc for it, the case for it, somewhere, so I didn't lose it, but I have it in somewhere. Oh, I gotta look at something here. Hey, look at that. And why is my FPS on? I don't know. Just the little details and stuff can make a huge difference in immersion. And I am inside a boxcar. That is wonderful. Get the lovely smell of a boxcar. I will talk about Clinchfield a little bit if you don't want to watch that video. But basically, I think they're adding a Leslie RS3L horn to the SD40 as a pre-release update or pre-post update, and I think that'll be updated in Tuesday's update before the releases, because they usually update the game on Tuesdays, but and like Tuesday, the Tuesday before the releases. So basically, this Tuesday, the game is updating for the Rosa line to come. There's mostly bug fixes in the update, so, and improvements as well. So, gonna play a small break, and that there, this there, apply power. Oh no, gotta switch to set these to I might do Train Sim World 1 New York's scenarios in case anybody plays Train Sim World 1 on my channel but can't afford Train Sim World 2. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna slam. Ow. Yeah, there is apparently a Scottish route in production, they said, so. They said there's only a Class 314 in there, which is basically, the Class 313 coming for East Coast Way, for Train Sim World 2. Gotta set these switches, and we will be good to go. There is a Union Pacific route coming for Train Sim World 2 as well soon. You can technically call it UP Heavy Haul if you get what I'm saying, because in Train Sim World 1 they called San Patch Great CSX Heavy Haul, and this is the UP route is basically a route based on the Union Pacific. We already have one Union Pacific locomotive, which is the GP38 for Peninsula Corridor. But yeah, I mean, the Peninsula Corridor ain't that bad. I just wish they'd update the route, because the Peninsula Corridor is getting electrified, so basically they're getting electric multiple units like the Long Island Railroad, but they have like pantograph catenary and stuff like that, so yeah. They're like German electric multiple units. As you saw in this today's commuting video earlier, phone keeps vibrating for some reason. Let me turn that off. Hang on. And stop vibrating. There we go. And why is the initial? Okay. Wrong server bridge. Sorry, my hand's itchy. I don't know what to say talk about anymore. Reminds me of the CSX yard near me out onto different trains and stuff like that. I do see different companies every once in a while. Like I just saw BNSF last month, which is basically Burlington, Northern Santa Fe. I think I heard somebody saying that Canadian Pacific and Kansas City Southern are merging together to create something. So they're two good railroads. They're is there like a route on Jason World are you talking about for that? Because if you're talking about a route, then no. This is the only New York route, which is based on the New York City area. Because you got like Penn Station, around here somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, you got Penn Station right here. Penn Station got a overhaul recently. It is really a nice place. I do rail fan in that area, so I rail fan like just outside of Buffalo area. If I had to pick, it'd probably be I don't know. It'd probably be the clinch field because of the amount of action you have. Like, even though there's like 48 services, it's a really nice route because you got some part timetable services. Let me shut down this cab real quick. Yeah, there's like a lot of services. And there are some really long scenarios. But besides that, it's gonna be a nice route. Expect 2-part scenarios, maybe up to 3. That's really hard. Probably the F7 because of its gorgeous sounds, its horn and everything. I gotta do this real quick. The horn is like an M5, a classic. Yeah, I gotta shit this cut out and then trail 6. And switch these up too. But yeah, I didn't really exactly catch the F7. The F7 sounded like the Canadian National ones, like a Canadian National GP9RM engine sounds when it's moving, but I really hope not. But those sirens are really garbage, but I mean, it's what they can do. I mean, you can't really find the exact sounds these days because that locomotive's like really old. But there is still one running around, which is Clinchfield Railroad F7 800. And there's a CS6 Clinchfield Heritage Unit. I think there's a few of them actually. I know there's one SD40-3 Heritage Unit. It's basically CSX colors, except it's like got a little Clinchfield paint scheme in there. Like, you know what I mean. Not colors, but like design. Colors. The F7, I gotta say, is really complicated. I don't know why is that too much. Plus the grades on the route, they're insane. But I don't mind that. The dual shock didn't charge for me for some reason, but I'll charge it if I have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to charge it probably, so let me do that real quick. And there are 6 scenarios instead of 5, so the reason why is because there's a Fremont branch scenario that goes like up it and then up into the mine up there, I think, and then of course they want you to go back down the grade or the branch line. So I mean, I don't see why not. It's just like Powering America, where you're loading up a train at Rockwood Mine, then you're gonna bring the train back down to Cumberland. So yeah. There are still Train Sim World mods out there for PC. You can get like all sorts of crazy mods. these days with the Steam Workshop. I hope there's more American DLC. I just don't want the two Clinchfield and UP King Creek routes. That's kind of disappointing, because, you know what I mean, like, yeah, you can do that, and Amtrak does it really good. Yeah, Amtrak does, some Amtrak engineers in real life do that. With the ACS 64. Especially when they're, even though people just don't like to listen and just like to stand on the yellow line. Or not even stand back on the platform. I'll show you what I mean with the ACS 64 once we get over to that. There was a GP40 included in this route for timetables on the PC version of it in Train Sim World 1, but of course that didn't come over either for some reason. But the GP40 is basically the GP38, except it's like got some modifications and stuff, and headlight here. That's right here. Was up here. So, yeah. And I think the headlights were down here somewhere. And then I think after we get to the freight yard up here, I think we're done with the scenario, and then we'll switch over to a ACS 64 scenario. There's a really interesting ACS 64 scenario in there, so I'll do the interesting one. Don't think there's any catenary following us anymore. Yeah, there's no more catenary. Yeah. Yep, it is. Just not in this particular area because it's kind of slow out here. But yet again, you could go all over the country and stuff like that. Even though CSX usually owns the eastern part of the United States. But look at this tiny detail here. If you have the bell on, you see this little pod here or something, whatever you want to call it. If you have the bell on, it actually hits the side of it. So that's honestly a really nice detail. And SD40 has it too. I think it's just a really nice detail I found. Of course, the AC4400 and C40 doesn't have it on sandpatch grade, and don't mind this little thing right here, because that's just my controller charger thing. Center beams. They have center beams on Oakville, but they don't have it on sandpatch grade. And I thought there was going to be like a lot of different kinds of freight on Clinchfield, but I mean, you get coal and manifest, but it's fine. But, I mean, I'm kind of disappointed, but yeah. And like they say, they put all their hard work into it, but just people just don't understand them sometimes and just get mad about them for the lack of detail, which I think is stupid because they don't listen to them. And we are done with the scenario basically, so we are going to shut down the train. Not reverse neutral. Yeah. Apply this. Shut all this off. Put this there. Yeah. There. And I think we are good. Did we shut off the front light? Yeah. Then we'll just shut this off. And turn this off too. And we can head out this door, if I can get out of the door. And we are good. So now we are gonna go over to the Amtrak. Okay, there you go. Let's go to the main menu. Next week is, I think, spring break, so I'll definitely be posting videos. And we are gonna go down here. Right round, there we go. So this is basically a scenario where it has you go out of Penn Station and then up into Sunnyside Yard, where you can go through a train wash. And then you just park the train. Yeah. Slow one, but it was a good one. And right round. I like the little image at the start there. And this is Penn Station. Welcome to New York Penn. Please take the train here on track 14 empty back to Sunnyside by the train wash. So this is the ACS 64. I think they're gonna put these in phase 6 soon. If you haven't seen phase 6, I think the The ALC 42s have them, so you can go up on Google Images and then type in ALC -42, and then they're right there. They're basically Siemens chargers, but long distance versions to replace the long distance P42s. And we're gonna turn this on, so why not? Out of Penn Station. Okay, hello. Good thing I didn't turn off my HUD. Oh yeah, another train right there. Yep, there's a train right here. Meanwhile, we're waiting. I'll show you the amp leech real quick. A few times. Let's not talk about it though. Here's the amp leads. They're really nice looking, but they're being replaced soon with the with new Siemens ones. And we're gonna shut these doors. Can I get out, please? And then, there we go. Alright, we're delayed, let's go. The new HUD on the game is just so much simpler. I just wish the Northeast Corridor would go over there, because I could have added livery designer to this, and then I could have done SEPTA on this, because SEPTA owns some ACS 64s. Yeah, let's not talk about that. I kinda oversped one time. I had no idea what I was doing when I first played the game. Just like Cometa Gaming, he plays this game. He played this game like a few years ago and just stopped playing it for some reason. I don't know why. He said he thought he said he was gonna do the CSX stuff, but he didn't. So I think around 32 miles the entire Earth link is. I think it is like 32 miles, but I don't think this is no dang 32 miles. Alright, and we are going up to speed here. We'll open some windows. And hopefully... Okay. The safety systems on this train are kind of hard to get used to because, I don't know, they just like to force you down and slow down and stuff. We have to slow down soon. Like a lot soon. Yeah, a lot soon. Okay, not that much. That slows the train right down. Okay, this is just nothingness. This is fine. We're in the world of nothingness. What the heck? We are just in the world of nothingness. This is totally fine. We gotta slow down here. I think, I really hope that the Dovetail team, have like cars that go over the track and stuff. But they said they haven't found that out yet in Clinchfield, the railroad. And they have older model cars for the Clinchfield because the Clinchfield is like early 80s, or late 70s. They made it so you're in like the actual Clinchfield times, not today when it's owned by CSX and or back in time like 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 years, when Seaboard owned it. Then they went into ownership with CSX. Imagine I'll turn those searchlights on. These are nice looking signals. Oh, I'm overspeeding. Okay, we are going 3 miles per hour in a minute. Yes, I do. No, this is a cafe car, so imagine using. Like imagine two of the route math tasks were in the Amfleet cafe car. Basically every route with passenger stations, I think, have route maps. So basically all the routes have route map tasks besides Sandpatch Grade and I'm guessing Clinchfield Railroad. If we're lucky enough, maybe we'll get in Train Simulator they have like a custom scenario. that somebody made. It's called Clinchfield Cardinal Detour. It's basically the Amtrak Red Cardinal, but it took a detour because of, I think, work on some section of its route. So I think it took the Clinchfield Railroad and then it joined back on the route it took. So yeah. In Train Simulator, the route goes down a little south more to St. Paul, and it had a GP7, and for DLC it has a GE-7, which is basically SD40, but it's like a lot shorter and thinner, I would say. I don't know how do you exactly call it. And well, that's kind of obvious. Water and high voltage power don't mix well. This is why you install something. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, the only food on our train is like a cafe car. Yeah, going through the water. Yeah, the particles. Every train has to be cleaned. I get it. Speaking of which, they are adding steam trains to Trains of the World, finally. After like 3 years. After West Amherst Railway released, they wanted steam trains so bad. But yet again, it was mostly diesel power till now. But yet again, it'll take a while, if not, to make a steam train work into the game, so. Because steam trains take a while to figure out to supplement into a game, so. But I don't know. Obviously, Train Driver 2 iOS put no effort into the rework. I mean, it's kind of a garbage game. But hopefully Train Simulator 3 is way better than that. Because apparently they're making a third game. That's like Trains 2019 on Steam. It should be better, hopefully. You can actually, there's a Roblox game based off of Northeast Corridor, going from Philadelphia to Sunnyside Yard. But the route for this expands up a little more. It's like a big loop at Sunnyside Yard, and then you head all the way back to the other side. So basically, what I'm saying is, no, I have not. But I mean, I've ridden like a steam train, but not like an actual train like Amtrak. I'm hoping to ride an Amtrak train soon, but the tickets are so expensive. kind of clear that high voltage power and train washes go together. I mean, like, you got electricity up here, and then you got water, and electricity don't go well. I don't know how exactly you get a the double ACS 64s. I wish I could figure it out, and I could maybe have a double ACS 64. Unless I take forever. Okay, I am speeding too, so it's nice taking a while, isn't it? Basically, the only train I read was, I think, excuse me. I'm probably gonna end the stream after this, and sadly, so it's getting a little late at night, so it's already 8:30. Now I've got school tomorrow, so yay. But yeah, I should be done after this, hopefully. And let me check my phone real quick. Yeah, it is 8:20. This is really slow. Should I overspeed? Should I overspeed a little bit just to get in there? Alright, let's go. Oh, and I know exactly what to do. I know, really good setting. Then we're gonna go over the wrong set junction. Oh, I don't think I can. Okay, we are gonna have to do that in a moment here. I think I got a red signal coming up. Do I though? Okay, no I don't. Okay. Ooh, exactly know what to do. Alright, Unless it wants to. Okay, I can't, I think, yeah, I don't have that mod, do I? Yeah, I don't have it. Right. And we are gonna hopefully stop. No, this game doesn't like me, does it? Of course I have to go down there. Yeah. But I will get you derailment. Trust me. I'll get you derailment, my friend. Alright. We're just gonna pulse under there. Which is probably a dumb idea. Can I not move? Okay, here we go. Full sending. Probably the baddest idea ever. Okay, here we go. There you go. Here's your derailment. Rip coaches. Well, that was okay. I mean, it wasn't the worst derailment in the world. It probably would have knocked over the catenary wires. In real life, if that happened, it would have knocked over the catenary poles and then caused a huge power flash. And that happened in Philadelphia area one time. But yeah, here's the engine here. ACS 64 Amtrak locomotive. I might do another stream on this. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. And turn on post notifications to be notified when I live stream or post a new video. But, I will see you guys in the next video, my live stream. Bye.